Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Shilpa Data Insights.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we will be covering one more interview question that is most frequently asked in most of the service-based interview questions. So let's get started and see what is the interview question, and I will also go ahead and let you know different approach how exactly to solve this. If you have not watched my the complete playlist of interview, then please go ahead and watch it. I would definitely recommend you to watch them because those questions are mostly asked in the interview and it will help you in getting prepared for your interviews. So let's get started. So here I have a data frame in which I have my employee ID, employee name, manager, department ID, salary date, and salary. I have a second data frame which is department ID and department name. And what I need to do is I need to go ahead and get my department name, manager name, employee name, salary year, salary month, and total monthly salary. So this is the question that was asked. Just go ahead and pause this video and think of how exactly you can solve this question. There are two data frames and you need the output as this. It's very simple question, but there are different functions, different things that you need to use in order to solve. So just go ahead, think of it, try to solve it by your own. If not, then come back to this video and watch the answer of this particular video. So now let me explain you how exactly you can solve this in using the Databricks environment. In this, first of all, what I will be doing is I have my notebook open and I have my cluster ready. That is my cluster which is running in 12.2 version and Scala 2.12. Now I'm importing some functions, that is PySpark.sql.functions. I'm importing all. You can import the ones that are actually needed. Now I have my data here and I'm creating a list out of my data and I'm mentioning the schema, that is my employee ID is my first column, then employee name, then the manager ID, department ID, salary date, and salary. And I'm creating a data frame out of my data set. If you don't know how exactly you can create a data frame out of the data set, I would recommend you to go ahead and watch my previous video in which I've explained you how exactly you can go ahead and create a data frame. So now in this, I have my employee ID, name, manager ID, department ID, salary date, and salary. What is my requirement? First of all, let me create another data set that I have, that is my department ID and department name. There are two departments that I am dealing with, that is IT and HR. My requirement here is I need to get my department name and manager name, employee name, salary, year, month of the salary, and total monthly salary. So if you will see, my manager name and employee name is in one table, salary year, salary month, total month salary, but department name is in a different table. So the first thing that should come into your mind is you need to combine two tables in order to get your department name, right? So that's what I will be doing. But before that, there's one more thing here. If I see the data set here, this is my data set. My salary is a long type, which is good, but my salary date is a string type. So salary date is a string type, so I cannot do any kind of manipulation on the top of it. Let's say what I want in my output is I want the year of the salary and month of the salary. So basically you need to convert the date in a date format rather than a string format so that you can do a manipulation in an easier way, right? So now what I will be doing is, from the salary date itself, I'm creating another column called new salary date. And why I'm doing it, this is a string format. Okay, this is a string format. And I want to convert this into a date format. So for that, I am using a function called toDate. In the toDate, the first parameter that you pass, it is your salary date, that is your column name. Then the next parameter that you pass, it's the what is the format of the salary date that is there in your input. If you will see, my input is date, month, and year, right? So it is in DD, MM, Y, Y. format. So that's what I'm mentioning here, that is DDMMYY. Whatever format is being there in your input, mention that particular format here. And using the toDate, it will be converting your string format into your date format. If you want to know more about toDate, please watch my video. I have explained multiple date formats, how exactly to deal with and how exactly you can use it. So I have created a column called new salary date, and here is my new salary date. And by default, the format that the Spark provides is YYYY, MM, and DD. Let me write it down here. That is YYYY hyphen MM hyphen DD. That is the actual format of the Spark that it provides. Now, as my data set is ready, what I need to do is I need to combine this particular data frame with my department frame, data frame, so that I can calculate my department name. So what I will be doing is, this is my DF, okay? I'm joining this DF with my DF department. What is my DF department? This is my DF department. So I'll be joining it by DF department, and on the basis of which column I will be doing with department ID. Why? Because the employee table that is there, it is having the department ID, and my key column for department data frame is also department ID. So I will be combining them or joining them on the basis of a column called department ID. Now let me run this particular command. After that, this is joined. This is basically an inner join. So the first data frame is combined with the next data frame, and I get my department name in the same data frame, that is DF1. Now I need to go ahead, I can get the department name from this. Instead of department name, we also need few other columns. Let's see what are those. We need the employee name, we need the manager name, we need the salary, and we need the year and the month of the salary date. So for that, what I will do is, first I will be, as if you will see, employee ID is 100 here, it is 200, 200 and 200. Raj manager ID is null, but Joanne manager ID is 100. Means Joanne's manager is Raj, right? So Joanne's manager is Raj. So what I need to do is, in order to get Joanne's manager or Raj's manager, I need to combine this table with itself, so that I can get my manager's name against my employee name. So for that, what I will be doing is, I have my DF1, which is this employee data frame, which I joined with my department. Now I am just going ahead and joining it with my data frame DF1. That is the same data frame I'm joining. It's called a self join. Okay. And once it is done, what I will be doing is, it's done on the basis of ID. So what I will do is, I will be, to avoid confusion, right? The data frame 1, I'm treating it as an employee data frame. The data frame 1, again I will be treating it, but this time I will be treating it as a manager data frame. So the same data frame is used as employee and manager. So I'm aliasing the DF1 to employee. Again, I'm joining it with DF1, but this time I'm aliasing it with manager. So now I have to go ahead and join them on the basis of what column? What should be your key column? The key column is employees manager ID. That is, this is my employees ID, employees table, for example, right? So what is my manager ID? This is my manager's ID. So my employees manager ID, I will be combining with my manager's employee ID, so that this 100 comes here. So Raj will come here, right? So that's how you are combining, and this is again an inner join. So let me display this to you so that you understand the result of this particular thing. Now you see, this is my manager ID, this is my Joanne, and this is the thing, right? So this is there. But if you will see my other employee, that is Raj, I don't see the employee name Raj. It doesn't have a manager, but it doesn't mean that I will be removing that employee itself, right? Because I also need the details of the salary date for that particular employee. So how I can do it? I can do it. I need all the employees from my employee table, and then I will be combining. So it will be like my employee table is my left table, right? And manager table is my right table. So I will be doing a left join on it, not an inner join. Okay. So here I have mentioned, see, I have my employee, I have my manager, and here is my manager ID and employee ID, and I'm doing a left join on that. Now in this, after I have done a join, as you see, there's so many columns. Do you need so many columns? I don't need department ID because department ID is getting duplicated. The manager ID is here. Department name is there, but salary, new salary rate, all of them are getting twice, right? Because you are doing a join operation. So whatever columns I will be needing, I'll be just selecting those columns and putting it in my display. What all columns I need? I need my employee ID, I need my department name, I need my employee name, I need the employee name of the manager, means manager name, so that I am putting the alias as manager name. Okay, and then I need the salary date and I need the salary. Okay, so the first part of the solution is ready. That is, I got my employee ID, department name, which I needed from the second table. I had my employee name and manager name and salary date and salary. So if I see my question, what I need, I got my department name, I got my manager name, I got my employee name, and I did not get all this, right? Total monthly salary, salary month, and salary year. So let's focus on the last three things that is required in this particular question. So now, in this, what I will be doing is, I need the total salary, okay, and I need the year and the month of new salary date. So for that, what I will be doing is, first of all, I will be grouping the data set by department name, employee name, and manager name. Okay, because department is fine. First, it's grouping by IT. If there are more, let's say HR, it will be grouping it by HR also. And then I'm also grouping it by employee name. So Raj comes once, then Joanne, right? But here Joanne is all, so I will be having only one row, Joanne and Raj, right? Now for them, I will be calculating my year of salary date, that is 2023. So how to do that? We have a function called year. This is also present in SQL. So you use year, and then you get the column name, and I'm aliasing this year of new salary date as year, and date and the your other one, that is my month. I'm using my new salary date and I'm calculating the month. But what is there? Month is 4. I don't want it as 4, because then you have to again think what is 4. It is April, May, June, and so on, right? So you don't want that. In the business, it should be very clear. You, as soon as you look at the data, you should be able to understand in which month this salary was credited, right? So for that, what I'm doing is, using the date format method, I am actually expanding the date, that is 04 to April. So in the date format, you mention which column you need and what format you need. That is, you need it in MMMMM, means it is April. Okay. Now I'm aliasing it with the month. And after, as I have grouped it, right? Why I have grouped it? For this, to get the year and the month, you don't need to group. But I want the total salary for this, right? So for that, I need the grouping. So for that, I have done a grouping operation. In this grouping operation, you see I have two. Why it's two? Because there are two employees. For each employee, I need the total salary. So Raj is one employee, second is Joanne, right? So for that, I have one is Raj and second is Joanne. And for manager name also I've done. So for each month, that is for 2023 and April, this is my sum of the salary. And this is my sum of the salary. So this is how you can do a group by operation. You can calculate the total salary, and you can also extract the year and the month from the date. and you can also join two tables in order to get the desired results, because in real time scenario there will not be only one table, it will be actually normalized and there will be multiple tables that you need to combine in order to get a desired result. So this is how exactly you can solve an interview question. This comes under an easy question because there are only three things that you require. One is the join operation, second is the date format, and the third is your aggregation and grouping, how you do it. So I hope you have understood this question. To know more about the interview question, watch my complete playlist. I will be coming up with more videos on it, so do watch it. And if you want to know about the cloud engineering roadmap as well, I have created that, as well as I've created a Python roadmap. Do watch it out. And if you have any questions, please go ahead and put it in the comment section, and then I will be going ahead and answering this question. I hope you have liked this video, so hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and share it with your friends.
Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you have a good day.